Now we have a custom requirement in our application saying that the first four services, which is my account, my balance, my loans, and my card, should be secured, and the services related to notices and contacts should not be secured. That means anyone should be able to access them without any credentials. Let's go and try to customize the code as per our requirement. So if you see in our previous video, we have copy pasted whatever default implementation present in the Spring Security Framework. And that code expects any request that is coming has to be authenticated in order to process the business logic. So let's try to remove this line. Now inside authorize request, I have a method called ant-matches which will accept a pattern of a string saying that what is the path I want to consider in this configuration. So in this configuration, first I want to configure for my account path. Suppose that providing that configuration path, there is a method that we have to call which is authenticated. That means anyone calling a path which is matching / my account has to be authenticated. Similarly, we have to mention for the remaining all the paths. So here I have my balance also should be authenticated, and for my loans also it should be authenticated, and my cards should be also authenticated. So now I have make sure all these four services has to be authenticated. Similarly, we can go ahead and do configuration for notices as well. But instead of authenticated, we should give permit all. That means this line indicates Spring Security. If anyone calling my services with the path / notices, you don't have to enforce security on that path. You are free to let the business logic executed without validating any credentials. We can copy paste the same configuration for contact also. Now this code works as per our custom requirement. So if you see clearly, I have configured first four services has to be authenticated and they have to be secured, whereas remaining last two second services, which is / notices and / contact, they are free to be called by anyone without any credentials. So this is what we have implemented in the code. Let's go and test this code using Postman. Firstly, let me start the server by going to the main class and run as Java application. This will start our application in the 8080 port. Now I will go to Postman. Here I don't have any authentication details. I'm trying to call my account. We should get 401 unauthorized response, which is correct. But now I will go and try to call contact, which is like does not have any security. You can see here without any authorization details also I'm getting the response from the backend layer. Similarly, the same will happen for notices as well. Like here you can see the response. Here are the notice details from the database. But again, if I go and try to call any of the secured, like which we customize, like my cards or my account, my balance or my loans, anything, we will get 401 error. But if you provide the authentication details to them that we configure, we will get the response that we are expecting. Now we tested our custom configuration in the Postman and it's working perfectly. Let's try to see one more time what we have done. We have to extend always web security configure adapter, which is the base class for entire Spring Security related stuff. Once I extended the class, I also annotated my class with @configuration so that Spring Boot will consider this while booting up the application. Once I have done that, I went and overrided the configure method which accept HTTP security as a parameter. If you see the code that we have written, we are telling every request where you are trying to authorize, check for this ant matches paths which matches with this path and authenticate them. If you are seeing any matches with / notices and / contact, please allow them without any security. Similarly, we can configure any number of paths inside our method. Post that we are also telling on top of these conditions or configurations, make sure that you are also implementing these security restrictions to all the form logins and HTTP basic requests coming from the outside of this application. Hope this is making sense to you. If you have any questions, please post in Q&A. I'll catch you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.